There are no invalids in the USSR. Hello everybody, welcome back to another disability history video. This week we are going to be talking about the origin of the truth there are no invalids in the USSR. Right. There are two main origin stories within the same period. The earliest one was in 1976 when the organisers of the sports game in Stoke Mandeville at the USSR, Soviet disabled people were going to take part in the games. And they received the truth that there are no disabled people in the USSR. Following on from this, a similar truth was received by the organisers of the Paralympics in Toronto in 1976, again, by a KGB colonel who is quoted saying that, "Can you imagine disabled people and sports? To arrange wheelchair races or force them to throw balls is inhumane in relation to the disabled and to the audience." So, the second story of the origin of the crows was in 1980 when at the Olympics in Moscow, a Western journalist asked a Russian official if they would be entering people into the next Paralympics in 1984. It is quoted that the Russian official repeated the earlier claim that there are no disabled people and there are no invalids in the USSR. So, as you can see, there are two stories. They both actually can be right. So, that's the origin of the term, origin of the truth, I mean. There are no invalids in USSR. Obviously, this is not true. There are loads of people with disabilities in the USSR. How are people with disabilities treated in the USSR? Well, there have been accounts of people with disabilities being rounded up and sent to forced labour camps in order to basically clean up the cities and to present the cities like these utopian style cities where no one is impoverished and no one is destitute. And there have been also reports of executions of people with disabilities by the KGB and the secret police. There's actually one quote by Russian secret police colonel by the name of Leonid Sakovchuk. Sorry, it wasn't name. And he is quoted to say, "Why bother with concentration camps when you can just execute them?" And then in the 1950s, it is rumoured that the USSR authorities wanted to get rid of the disabled veterans from World War II, and they transported them to various camps and sanatoriums where they stayed there and were heavily drugged and forgotten about. Because that was the mentality of the USSR authorities. Put them out of sight, out of mind, and forgotten about. So they don't present a bad image about the USSR to the outside world. And it got to the extent that during the USSR period, only a certain amount of people each year were allowed to leave the country. And they were selected by the KGB. And if you see the people who went, none of them have disabilities. And this was an attempt by the Russian government, or the USSR government, to portray the Soviet Union as a perfect society, where they have no people with disabilities or deformities, or they don't have any mental health problems, that all the people are 100% normal and strong. So yes, that is how people in general, people with disabilities, were treated under the USSR. We will be doing more videos on specific topics in relation to how people with disabilities were treated during the Soviet period, but that will be in later stage. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something from it, and please stay tuned for later videos. Thank you. Bye.